Hey guys, my name is Matthew, and today we're talking about the Kindle Scribe. I want to talk about some of my favorite things about this device, some of my least favorite things about the device, and then we're going to talk about who this device is for, who should purchase it. Let's just jump right into it. To start with, this device right out of the box feels really nice. It feels like very premium materials went into it. It feels much nicer than the Kindle keyboard that I've been using, which feels kind of plasticky. This feels like it feels premium, and I like that. I also appreciate the size of the screen, which is really large, but the device itself is very thin. So again, it just kind of lends itself to that feeling of premiumness. The backlight is excellent. I love that you can change the color and the brightness of it to whatever settings you want, either more blue or more orange, and then brighter and less bright. Love that. And USB-C is huge. I'm glad that we have finally moved into the future. USB-C has been on the verge forever. Everything I charge is USB-C, so this is really nice. And here is probably my favorite thing about the whole device. This writing experience is the best writing experience I've had on an electronic device ever. That's better than the iPad Pro with a paper-like screen protector on it, or different tips. I've tried lots of different things for the iPad. Those are all great. This is better. The pen is quick. I was a little nervous about it. It keeps up just fine, and like I said, it feels like pen on paper, which is awesome, or pencil on paper. I really like that. And the palm rejection just works. That's again a concern I had with this device, and all of that works really, really well. The writing experience is truly wonderful. It just feels great. It feels like writing on paper, and I don't know what else I can say about that, except that it works. It's awesome. Some of my least favorite things about this device are that it's barely better than Kindles of the past, and in some ways it's worse than Kindles of the past. So just for instance, there is no IPX waterproof rating, which Kindles in the past have had. There's no cellular connectivity, which Kindles in the past have had. There's no speakers, which Kindles in the past have had. There's no colored ink, which some competitors are doing really well. There are no physical buttons, which Kindles in the past have had, and it feels like there's a perfect little place right here, an asymmetrical bezel, which I don't mind the asymmetrical button, but it feels like there should be buttons right here and here where you hold the device, and there are no physical buttons. That kind of drives me nuts. In my opinion, e-ink is still too slow. You can see it when you're typing on the keyboard. There's a delay. The page turning is not as nice. There should be some buttons. This one is a huge stickling point for me. I mentioned in a previous video, and it still really bothers me. I also think this is much more awkward to hold than other devices that I've had in the past. And part of this because of the size of it, which is good for the writing part, but it's not like the whole thing is too flat, so you need two hands on this device in order to hold it, or like one hand and a knee or something like that. You can't read like the Kindle keyboard is more comfortable for me. It's lighter and smaller, and so it's not a great e-reading device. For an e-reader, in my opinion, I just think this is a ludicrous price point. It starts $320 or $330 or something, and you could spend up to $500 on this. It just is a lot of money. And so that's probably my least favorite thing about this device. And so that kind of leads us to the question, who should be purchasing this device? And I think it's a really easy answer. I've got to go back to the pro. The main pro of this thing is it's the best writing experience that I've had on an electronic tablet. And this is great for the lack of eye strain. It's great for the distraction free. If you're a note taker, if you're someone who journals and you maybe want to do that in the evening when you don't want to have blue light in your face, or you don't want to use paper because of the convenience and the environmental factors or whatever, if you're into writing, handwriting specifically, I think this is a great device. I think this is wonderful. You're gonna like it. And if you want the e-reader as like an add-on, then that's fine. So if you want to be a writer, you want to be someone who handwrites on an electronic tablet, and you're okay, great, it also is a Kindle, that's great. If your primary thing is you want a Kindle and you want the writing as an add-on thing, I don't think this is worth it. This is not a great e-reader. It's fine as an e-reader. It does all the things an e-reader needs to do, but the experience is not good as an e-reader. That's my hot take, I guess. This is a writing device that has e-reader components, not an e-reader with writing components. So that's my recommendation. If you are primarily thinking about writing, I'd grab this device. It seems to work really, really well. If you're primarily reading, you might want to look at something else. This has been my review of the Kindle Scribe. If you liked this review or found it helpful, feel free to like this video. We have also links in the description. If you do decide to purchase the Kindle Scribe, using that link will give me a little kickback, and I would really appreciate it. Well guys, thanks again for watching, and as always, stay safe out there.